Have you ever stopped to think that your nightly routine, the simple things you do before bed, could actually be putting your life at risk? It might sound dramatic, but according to the CDC, over 80,000 seniors in the U.S. die in their sleep every year. And no, this isn't always just old age. A surprising number of these deaths are linked to hidden, preventable sleep habits that most people never question. As we age, our bodies become more sensitive, especially during the hours we spend asleep. After 60, your heart, brain, and breathing systems are more vulnerable than ever. Small changes in routine that once didn't matter can suddenly carry serious consequences. And yet, many seniors keep the same habits they've had for decades, unaware that those routines may be slowly sabotaging their health, even cutting their lives short. So what are the 8 most dangerous sleep habits you might be doing right now? And which one is so risky it's been linked to more emergencies than any other? Habit number 2 is by far the most serious, and you don't want to miss it. The good news? Each of these dangers can be avoided with just a few smart changes, starting tonight. Stick with me and I'll show you exactly what to do. If you're new here, welcome. We're glad you found us. Go ahead and like this video, subscribe, and let us know where you're watching from in the comments. We'd love to hear your story. Ready to protect your health and get the deep, restorative sleep you deserve? Let's dive in. Let's talk about a habit that seems harmless, even comforting, but quietly creates serious problems as we age: eating late at night. For many of us, grabbing a snack before bed feels like a normal way to unwind. A little something sweet after dinner, a bowl of cereal, maybe even some leftovers. But if you're over 65, that bedtime bite could be doing far more harm than good. As we get older, our metabolism naturally slows down. Digestion becomes less efficient, and our bodies don't handle sugar or cholesterol as well as they used to. So when you eat late at night, especially heavier foods, your digestive system doesn't get the rest it needs. Instead of repairing and restoring while you sleep, it's forced to stay active, breaking down food. And here's where things start to spiral. Lying down shortly after eating makes it easy for stomach acid to creep back up into the esophagus. This leads to acid reflux, that burning sensation in your chest, and over time, chronic inflammation. But for seniors, it's more than uncomfortable. It can also increase the risk of aspiration pneumonia, especially if stomach contents are accidentally inhaled into the lungs during sleep. Then there's the impact on your blood sugar. If your evening snack is high in carbs or sugar, like cookies, bread, or pasta, it can cause your blood sugar to spike while you're asleep. And because aging makes the body less sensitive to insulin, those spikes don't just disappear overnight. In fact, a study from the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism found that late-night eating leads to higher blood sugar and insulin levels the next morning, especially in older adults. Over time, this raises your risk of type 2 diabetes or makes it harder to manage if you already have it. But that's not all. Eating late also affects your heart. It can keep your blood pressure elevated throughout the night instead of allowing it to drop like it should during restful sleep. That non-dipping pattern has been directly linked to a higher risk of heart attacks and strokes. And if the meal is especially fatty or heavy, it can trigger arrhythmias, irregular heartbeats, which are dangerous for anyone, but especially those with existing heart conditions. So what can you do to protect yourself? The key is simple: timing and quality. Try to finish dinner at least 3 hours before bed to give your body time to digest. In the evening, choose lighter meals. Think lean proteins, vegetables, or whole grains, instead of anything fried, greasy, or sugary. If you really need a snack, go for something small and gentle on your stomach: a piece of fruit, a few almonds, or some plain yogurt. Making this one change can help you sleep more soundly, avoid nighttime heartburn, and lower your risk of serious blood sugar or heart issues. Your body works hard enough during the day. At night, give it the rest it deserves. Let's talk about something that feels routine, even necessary, for many older adults: taking medications before bed. Whether it's a sleeping pill to help you drift off, a pain reliever for sore joints, or a blood pressure tablet, these pills might seem harmless. But the truth is, certain nighttime medications can quietly put your health at serious risk. Let's start with the most common culprits: sleeping pills and sedatives. Drugs like diazepam, alprazolam, and clonazepam, all part of the benzodiazepine family, work by slowing down your central nervous system. That sounds helpful when you're trying to relax, right? But for seniors, these sedatives can make breathing slower and shallower, which becomes dangerous if you have heart or respiratory issues. Even worse, the effects often linger into the morning, causing grogginess, confusion, and unsteadiness, all of which raise your risk of falling. And falls aren't minor. For older adults, they're one of the leading causes of injury and death. Studies in the British Medical Journal have shown that seniors who take benzodiazepines regularly have a significantly higher risk of fractures and even fatal accidents. But that's just one layer. Certain antidepressants and muscle relaxants, often taken to ease anxiety or nighttime pain, can interfere with the deep stages of sleep that your brain needs for memory and decision-making. Over time, these drugs may worsen forgetfulness and accelerate cognitive decline, especially in older adults who are already vulnerable. Even common painkillers like ibuprofen or diclofenac, part of the NSAID family, can be harmful if taken too often. They put stress on your kidneys and liver, making it harder for your body to process and eliminate toxins, and when combined with other medications, they increase the risk of internal bleeding, especially in the stomach. Then there's blood pressure medication. While some people benefit from taking it at night, others experience dangerously low blood pressure during sleep. This can reduce blood flow to the brain, leading to dizziness, fainting, or even stroke. Research from the journal Hypertension confirms that the timing of these medications matters, and taking them at night without guidance can do more harm than good. And don't forget about drug interactions. As we age, our bodies become slower at processing medications. That means side effects last longer, and the risk of one drug amplifying the effects of another becomes much higher. Mixing sedatives, blood pressure pills, or painkillers without medical supervision can create a dangerous chemical cocktail, especially overnight. So what's the solution? First, always consult your doctor or pharmacist before starting, stopping, or changing any medication, even over-the-counter ones. Ask whether any of your nighttime meds could be causing drowsiness, confusion, or sleep disturbances. If you're taking a sedative, see if there's a safer alternative, or explore natural sleep aids like herbal teas, melatonin, or simple relaxation techniques. And if you do take blood pressure medication at night, monitor your readings regularly and report any unusual symptoms. A small adjustment in timing or dosage could make all the difference. By being mindful of your medication routine, you can avoid dangerous side effects, sleep more soundly, and dramatically reduce your risk of falls and complications. Sometimes protecting your health is as simple as asking the right questions and making one small change at a time. Let's continue with a habit that seems healthy on the surface, and it is, but only when done at the right time, drinking too much water before bed. Staying hydrated is essential for every part of your body, especially as you get older. It keeps your joints moving, your digestion running smoothly, and your cells functioning properly. But here's the catch. Drinking a lot of fluids right before you go to sleep can quietly put your health at risk. As we age, our bodies handle fluids differently. Your kidneys become less efficient, and your bladder's capacity shrinks, making it harder to store urine overnight. On top of that, the signals that tell you it's time to go become more urgent and frequent. So if you drink a large glass of water, or even tea or juice, in the hour or two before bed, chances are you'll be waking up in the middle of the night. Now, getting up once or twice might not sound like a big deal, but for seniors, it can be dangerous. Waking up groggy in a dark room with low blood pressure and unsteady balance? That's a recipe for disaster. In fact, according to the CDC, falls are the #1 cause of injury-related hospitalizations in seniors, and many of those falls happen during nighttime trips to the bathroom. But it doesn't end there. Interrupted sleep takes a serious toll on your body. When you keep waking up throughout the night, you miss out on deep, restorative sleep, the kind your brain and immune system need to recover. Over time, chronic sleep disruption has been linked to memory issues, increased inflammation, and even a greater risk of dementia and Alzheimer's disease. Plus, poor sleep can make it harder to manage other conditions like high blood pressure or diabetes. And there's one more hidden danger: your heart. Drinking too much water before bed forces your body to process extra fluid when it's supposed to be resting. That means your cardiovascular system is under strain, especially if you already have heart conditions. In some cases, so what's the smarter way to stay hydrated? It's all about timing and moderation. Drink plenty of water throughout the day, but start tapering off in the late afternoon. Try to avoid large amounts of fluid at least 2 hours before bedtime. If you're thirsty before bed, take a few small sips instead of a full glass. Also, steer clear of diuretic drinks in the evening, things like coffee, black tea, green tea, and even some fruit juices, as they make you urinate more frequently. And if you do need to get up during the night, make sure your path to the bathroom is clear and well lit. A motion-activated nightlight can reduce the risk of tripping or falling. And always give yourself a few seconds to sit up and steady your balance before standing. These small adjustments might not seem like much, but they can have a big impact on your safety, your sleep, and your long-term health. Hydration is essential. Just make sure it's working for you, not against you. Here's a sneaky habit that often goes unnoticed: keeping your phone, tablet, or TV remote right next to your bed. Sure, it's convenient. You want to check messages, scroll through a few videos, or maybe fall asleep watching your favorite show. But these glowing screens might be doing more damage than you realize, especially as you age. Electronics emit blue light, which interferes with your body's production of melatonin, the hormone that helps regulate sleep. When melatonin levels drop, it becomes harder to fall asleep, and even harder to stay asleep. The result? Light, fragmented rest that leaves you groggy and foggy the next day. But it doesn't stop there. Studies have found that blue light exposure before bed can elevate nighttime cortisol levels, your body's stress hormone. This disrupts your natural circadian rhythm and raises blood pressure and heart rate when your body should be winding down. For seniors who are already more sensitive to stress hormones and cardiovascular strain, this can quietly increase the risk of insomnia, heart problems, and even nighttime anxiety. Every little alert can jolt you out of deep sleep, the phase your brain and body need most for repair and memory consolidation. Over time, chronic sleep interruption has been linked to weaker immune function, mood swings, and cognitive decline. The fix is simple but powerful. Keep electronics out of arm's reach. Set your phone on a dresser or in another room and switch to amber night lighting or blue light filters an hour before bed. Consider reading a paper book or listening to calm, non-stimulating audio instead. Give your brain a break from the glow, and you'll be amazed at how much better you sleep. We all have our go-to sleep position, the one we settle into night after night without thinking twice. But did you know that how you sleep can directly impact your heart, your brain, and even your risk of stroke? It's true. For older adults, sleeping in the wrong position can quietly increase serious health risks while you rest. Let's start with one of the most problematic: sleeping on your back. While it might feel relaxing, this position allows gravity to pull your tongue and soft tissues backward, partially blocking your airway. That's especially dangerous if you snore or have sleep apnea. But even without a diagnosis, airflow can become restricted. Research from the Mayo Clinic shows that breathing difficulties can worsen by up to 50% when you sleep on your back instead of your side. And the consequences? Reduced oxygen intake during sleep puts extra stress on your body. Over time, this can lead to obstructive sleep apnea, where breathing repeatedly stops and starts throughout the night. That constant oxygen deprivation, it's been linked to stroke, high blood pressure, heart attacks, and even brain damage. There's also something happening in your brain while you sleep, or at least something that should be happening. According to a Stony Brook University study, backsleeping can reduce the brain's ability to clear out waste by up to 63%. This includes harmful proteins that have been linked to Alzheimer's and dementia. When your brain can't perform this nightly cleanup, your risk of cognitive decline increases significantly over time. Now, some people think switching to the right side is a better alternative, but not necessarily. Right side sleeping can place extra pressure on the heart's major blood vessels, reducing circulation and increasing the risk of heart complications in those who are already vulnerable. So, what's the best position? Experts overwhelmingly recommend sleeping on your left side. It's not only more protective for your heart, but it also supports digestion, circulation, and helps reduce acid reflux. Left side sleeping can even improve the brain's waste-clearing function, helping you stay sharper as you age. If you're used to back or right side sleeping, the switch might take some adjustment, but it's worth it. Try placing a firm pillow between your knees to keep your spine aligned, and another pillow behind your back to stop you from rolling over during the night. This is one of those small changes that adds up to a huge impact. By training your body to sleep in a safer position, you'll reduce your risk of breathing issues, heart problems, and cognitive decline, and you'll wake up feeling more refreshed every single morning. This next one seems basic, but it's absolutely critical, especially for older adults. Inconsistent sleep schedules, staying up late one night, then going to bed early the next, may not seem like a big deal, but over time, they can wreak havoc on your internal clock and your long-term health. Your body runs on a circadian rhythm, a 24-hour internal cycle that regulates everything from hormone production to metabolism to immune function. When that rhythm is stable, your body knows when to rest, when to repair, and when to wake up feeling refreshed. But when your bedtime shifts frequently, your body gets confused. Hormones fire at the wrong times, melatonin release is delayed, and your sleep quality suffers. For seniors, this is especially risky. A study in the Journal of Gerontology found that irregular sleep patterns in older adults are linked to increased rates of cognitive decline, depression, and cardiovascular issues. When your sleep is unpredictable, your body never quite knows when to switch into repair mode, and that lost recovery time adds up. It also makes falling asleep harder. If your body isn't trained to expect sleep at a specific time, it may take longer to settle down, leading to tossing, turning, and racing thoughts well into the night. Here's what to do. Aim to go to bed and wake up at the same time every day, even on weekends. Create a calming pre-sleep routine that signals to your brain that it's time to wind down, like stretching, dimming the lights, or listening to soft music. Over time, your body will begin to anticipate rest, and falling asleep will feel natural and effortless. Let's talk about something that too many people brush off, especially as they get older: snoring, gasping, or struggling to fall asleep. Maybe your partner's mentioned it. Maybe you've caught yourself waking up tired or short of breath. But here's the truth. These aren't just minor annoyances. They could be warning signs of something far more serious, even life-threatening. We're talking about sleep apnea, and it's one of the most dangerous and underdiagnosed conditions affecting seniors today. Sleep apnea happens when the muscles in your throat relax too much during sleep, causing your airway to narrow or close completely. This stops your breathing, sometimes for several seconds, and it can happen hundreds of times a night. Each time your breathing stops, your oxygen levels plummet, and your heart has to kick into overdrive to keep your body going. Over time, this repeated strain can lead to high blood pressure, irregular heartbeats, heart attacks, and strokes. The numbers are alarming. Sleep studies show that untreated sleep apnea increases the risk of fatal heart attacks by 35% and strokes by up to 70%. Even more concerning, nearly 50% of older adults are affected by sleep apnea, but up to 80% of those cases go undiagnosed. Why? Because many people assume snoring is just part of getting older, or they don't realize that the brain fog, fatigue, or memory problems they feel during the day might be caused by poor oxygen flow at night. And yes, the damage goes beyond the heart. When your brain doesn't get enough oxygen during sleep, it begins to suffer. Over time, this can lead to cognitive decline, confusion, and even permanent memory loss. In fact, studies show that seniors with untreated moderate to severe sleep apnea experience brain shrinkage in areas tied to memory and decision-making at nearly 3 times the normal rate of aging. So, how do you know if sleep apnea might be affecting you? Watch for the red flags: loud snoring, long pauses in breathing, gasping or choking sounds, dry mouth, morning headaches, or feeling excessively tired during the day, even after a full night in bed. If you're constantly battling insomnia or restless sleep, that could be a clue too. The most important step? Don't ignore the signs. Talk to your doctor or a sleep specialist. A simple sleep study, even one done at home, can diagnose the problem. And the good news? Sleep apnea is treatable. Many people find relief with CPAP therapy, a device that keeps the airway open during sleep, along with weight management and small lifestyle changes. Treating sleep apnea doesn't just improve your sleep, it can lower your cardiovascular risk by over 40% and help protect your brain, heart, and long-term quality of life. And now, we'd love to hear from you. Have you ever made one of these mistakes without realizing the risk? Or do you have a simple tip that's helped you sleep better and safer? Drop your story in the comments below. Your advice might help someone else make a life-changing decision. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss the tips that could protect your health and extend your life. Your journey to better sleep, better energy, and better health starts now, and we're so glad to be on this path with you. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.